your environment, your space. So I've got some mats that are just placed perpendicular on one another to sit. I've got my yoga bolster today for a cushion. Big thick blankets sometimes also work. And that just helps us sit with a little more ease in our body. Anything long that looks like a strap or a rope may be utilized today. Get out my little garden pad. It's a foamy cushion that's transportable that I can slide underneath the knees and elbows. And then any type of dowel, stick, or rolling pin to help iron out tissues may be used today as well. And then lastly, any type of ball, yoga tune-up ball. This is a lacrosse ball. Tennis balls aren't ideal, but if that's all you have, they work fine. And of course, golf balls are appropriate as well. So welcome to Roll With It. Our idea is to lengthen out the tissues, do a little myofascial release. We'll infuse some gentle stretches and get started. I just put on an ambient playlist. It's sleep music. It started off with some ocean waves fused with acoustical guitar music, and it just kind of feels right for me today. So if you want to put on some background music, feel free to do that. I won't take too much of your time, but a couple things that I found helpful when ants, A-N-T-S, crawl into my brain, those automated negative thoughts, they're usually the ones that are in the future, where I'm starting to get anxious about what is or what isn't going to happen. I get out my little AARP word search, and that helps me shift my brain, even just for a few moments. And I think it's the large text AARP word search. Second thing I was just sharing with a few people before we started recording this, I started to reread The Joy of Movement by Dr. Shelly Welch. Really good. It's just about how movement offers us the platform of happiness and joy, physiologically, psychologically. It's a pretty decent read. I just want to share two little tidbits and we get started. So there's times where I know we feel like we need to dim our light so other people don't feel uncomfortable around us. And I thought that was really appropriate for today, Friday, April 17th. Give light and the people will find their own way. Give light and people will find their own way. I think that's so powerful. I don't think we're here to save anybody, right? We don't have to save anybody, but when we brighten our light, shine our light, that allows other people to either light their own path or to find their own way. And I thought that was pretty cool because there's times where I kind of power down because I feel like things may be too good in my life, or I seem really vibrant and like, how does that come across to other people? And I have to stop doing that. I need to know that giving my light also helps others. So think about that. Don't dim, don't reduce your sparkle, shine your light. And then lastly, this is a Zen saying, I think it's perfect for this morning. Consider the trees which allow the birds to perch and fly away without either inviting them to stay or desiring them never to depart. If your heart can be like this, you will never be near to the way. Excuse me, you will be near to the way. Excuse me, I'll read that again. Consider the trees which allow the birds to perch and fly away without either inviting them to stay or desiring them to never depart. If your heart can be like this, you will be near to the way. And I love that. Love that. Let's get started. Let's make our way onto our backs. So find your place on your mat. Rolling yourself down. And then right away, giving yourself a hug. Drawing the thighs into the belly. Fingers can interlace. And then start to sway side to side, left and right. Allow your skull to drop and your breath to turn into nasal breathing, even though this is not a yoga class. Our nasal breathing in and out through the nasal passages helps to calm the central nervous system. Take a couple more rocks. You feel a nice little pinch in your hip flexor. We release, fresh blood's gonna rush into the front of the hip. You may be feeling a nice little broadening of the low back space. Slow this rock down. Coming back to center, draw the chin down and the head up, and start to rock front to back. Doesn't have to be a very big rock. Abdominals secure. Legs may pump like you're on a backyard swing. We'll try this just a couple more times. Rolling with it. So we're starting right away with some rolling. The next time, get a little momentum and draw yourself up into seated. Good morning. We're going to start with one ball and our hand. Take the ball underneath our left hand, and it's going to come right to the side of our hip. Arm's going to press down, and we're just going to start to swirl. Fingers are going to be sparked or extended, and the ball is going to give a little self-love to the palm of the hand. Notice just with the arm extended, the body gets a bit taller. And then when you're ready, taking this little circular motion into the other direction, and our shoulder head is beginning to awaken. Beautiful, a couple more circles. Allowing your hand to receive the benefits of this little massage. And we'll pause and switch sides. You can stay right where you are, ball underneath the hand, ball pretty close to the hip. We'll press the arm down, flare the fingers, getting some space. And then drawing a circle on the floor. Adding a bit of a lift, begin to shine your own light. We do that just by improving our posture, just by lifting, stacking, and aligning. Really good things start to happen internally in our bodies. Then pause, take this in the other direction. Putting as much pressure or weight on the ball as you wish, or as little as you need to get the benefit. Now, all of a sudden, feel the lightness and brightness in the hands, and we'll release. I'm going to travel up the arms today. We're going to be taking care of the upper extremities first. We're going to be sitting in a moment, or excuse me, for a moment. So if you need to prop on a bolster, pillow, or blanket, that may take a little tension off your hips and knees. We're going to rest our arm down. If it can rest comfortably on your thigh, you'll stay here. If you need one more little prop, the ball's going to come across the hand, and we're going to roll the ball down the shaft of the forearm. And now you're welcome to make little kind of squiggly rolls, circular spiraling movements up and down the arm. Start to find a little intensity here. And feel free to be creative with where that ball begins to roll and stroll. You may notice your fingers lift or react a little bit. We're here for another breath or two. The ball will be moving toward the area that speaks the loudest to you. So whatever is the most sensitive, or maybe forgotten, or maybe a little sore, whatever term you use, allow that ball to work its magic. And we'll release. And notice just the arm that provided that service also feels a little more awake. Arm will rest on thigh, table, pillow, and we'll go right to the other side. Focusing on the forearm. So anywhere between the elbow and the hand is fair game. And as we're doing this, start to infuse positive thoughts. Thinking about how great your day is going to be because you're starting with self-care, touch, mobilization, breath, community. Maybe this is your start to the day that is quiet time. You can just breathe. Take a couple of more strolls, making a big circular movement. And then release. This next one, we're just going to be doing a little bicep curl. We're going to wedge the ball in between our elbow joint or just above. And this is where if you've got a little bit of a pliable ball, it may feel pretty good. And you're giving your bicep a little milking, pumping action. So if the ball pops out, no worries. You can go grab it, or if you have another stash. You're trying to pull your forearm into your upper arm. And then whatever's in the way, that lacrosse or tennis ball, is starting to milk the bottom of the bicep. Awesome. We do this a couple more times. Some of you may want the ball to ride more into the crease of the joint. Others may find the ball a little bit higher up into the bicep. Yeah, this pumping action, pressing, compressing. It's almost like a heartbeat for the bicep to flush. Good, try 2 or 3 more. And release. Pretty good. Other side, once again, you can flex the elbow, set the ball in, and then you'll hold it with your own forearm. Then you'll start to make a little fist and that Popeye look. One side may be a little easier to do. The ball may slip out if you've got, lotion on or fabric around your arm today, no worries. When there's a space to just pause, add air. Take in oxygen, fueling yourself. We'll do this a few more times. Now's your chance to slide it deeper into the elbow or a bit higher up onto the bicep. Find a new spot. So when we're using our compression toys, something that's going to add a little force into the muscle or tissue, we are trying to pin that structure, that soft tissue structure against the bone. So this may get your attention. Good, try 2 or 3 more. And release. We'll set the ball down. We're going to now take our hand. We'll start with our left hand. Fingers wide, splaying. We're going to turn our palm and set it right underneath, palm side down underneath the hip. If you're on a cushion and you feel like, I don't get this, you can slide off your cushion and be right on the firm floor, but palm down, fingers in. My left hip is going to sit on my left hand. I'm going to whoosh my hand. How's that for a little term? Whoosh. I'm going to lengthen my spine. I'm already going to start to feel a nice release. My right ear has the opportunity to drop. And breathe and just envision the breath cascading down over the shoulder, lengthening the neck. We're just here for a couple of breaths. So your fingers may feel like, ouch, they're getting squished, and that's part of the benefit. We'll release it in a moment, and fresh blood's going to come racing into the fingers, aiding in mobility. Drop your chin just a bit toward the ground. Find a new spot that captures your attention. And breathe. We'll float the head back up, release. Carefully remove the hand. Slowly move the fingers. At first, you're not going to be happy. They're going to feel, ooh. And then once you get some motion, blood flow rushing in. Feel the ease in the mobility and movement in fingers. Other side, right hand. I'm going to turn fingers in, palm down. I'm going to come right underneath my hip. I'm purposely going to sit on my hand. Tendency maybe to lean away, or maybe you're leaning toward. We'll stand right in the middle of that. Shoulder will drop down, arm will lengthen, and left ear will tilt to the left. Eyes may close to dive in a little bit deeper, focusing on yourself. Keep relaxing the groins, keep allowing your body to be heavy on that hand. The last few breaths, we'll just drop the chin, find a new spot. My neck has been incredibly stiff. Partly I'm not doing what I normally do. And then partly is I'm not a big TV watcher, but I'm really trying to enjoy watching some Netflix in the evening to have the time pass. So I know I am just sitting and staring at the TV, holding my head up in one position for a period of time. And that just creates a little stiffness. Float the head up, right hip will release. Right hand will come out, just slowly move. And then start to play with your fingers like you're a magician doing a card trick, and then just notice how good that feels. We're gonna do one more movement for our upper extremities, and then we'll start to highlight the rest of the body. We're gonna come on to all fours. So, if you need your cushions to protect knees, you can do that. We're gonna be coming on to all fours, finding, and I'm just gonna scoot back so you can see me a bit better. There we go. Starting with that left hand, we're gonna turn it out to the left. Maybe set it down here. Some of you may have the ability to turn it all the way back toward you. Then you're welcome to stay. Or that elbow may want to bend and extend, noticing how that feels. Go easy, right? The wrist joint, please go easy with this. Then you're going to pause. If this feels right, you're going to stay here. If you're looking for a bit more, my right hand is going to grab my pinky finger, lift it up, and pluck it back down. Lifting my ring finger all the way up and plucking it down. Middle finger, hi Macy. Index. And easy on the thumb. I'll slowly come off, let the arm dangle for a minute, give it a little shake, and ooh la la. Other side, all fours. Right hand, super wide like a starfish, and it will start to turn out to the right, and it's going to stop wherever you need, whatever serves you. Breathing, or creating a little bit of motion by bending, extending that elbow. Noticing without judging, right? It's all good. And then stay, or with your other hand, pick up that strong, long pinky and let it bounce back to the mat. Ring finger, lift it up, feel that luscious stretch. Middle finger, index finger. This is great for my racket sport people. And thumb. You're holding a club, a paddle, a racket. or you want to real soon again, I get it. This is really helpful to keep all of the structures viable and mobile. All right, coming into seated, we're gonna go right into the lower extremities with our dowel, stick, rolling pin. So if you love what we're doing and you want to put some money into this class, you can always purchase online from any of the stores. Amazon Prime probably is the easiest one, but the stick, the tiger tail, these are just little plastic, looks like little macaroni shells on a roller. But I'm going to say authentic to how we first started with my rolling pin. Right leg is going to lengthen out, and my left leg can go anywhere that's comfortable. And sometimes it's not comfortable, so you need to grab a pillow or cushion just to release tension off the groin. You can do that. Right leg lengthens, grabbing onto your stick or dowel. And here we go, literally rolling quadricep. So as we move through this class, try not to anticipate sensation. Certainly avoid holding the breath. And then soften the structure to help aid in receiving. So I'm just going straight up and down the top of my femur, riding high to the hip crease, and then stopping just before my kneecap or patella. This can be vigorous. You can add some speed, or you can lengthen it out and add a little more pressure. And you can also take a break, right? We'll try a couple more. I'm just going to add a little speed to see what that feels like today. And voila. So just that simple movement can reduce knee pain, can help eradicate hip discomfort for a period of time. Staying with the same leg, I'm just going to roll it in, expose the outside lateral shaft. Same idea from the hip, getting way up toward the hip crease and then all the way down by the knee joint. It's maybe a little more tender or sensitive. That's good. Just breathe. You may literally feel like you are mowing over mounds of tissue. And that may be from scar tissue from a previous injury, stuck or tacked down tissue. We're just coaxing the soft tissue back to their original length. And that helps to reduce injuries. Good, a couple more. Once again, you can speed this up, slow it down, make sure whatever you've chosen works for you. And release. Same leg. We're going to roll it now out to expose the inner thigh adductor group. And if your knee needs a cushion, right, if this feels like it's not being supported, slide something underneath there and begin to roll away. Making sure that you're continuing to breathe as we flush. So we're moving toxins out, making a better highway or traffic pattern for blood to come in and bring the nutrients into the tissue, to hydrate and plump. Good, a couple of more. Once again, you can add some speed or add a little more pressure. And release. So the cool thing is this can be done anywhere, seated on your bed before you go to bed at night, before you wake up in the morning, pretty much anywhere, before and after a match, a game, practice. Same leg, I'm just gonna slide that dowel underneath, and we're gonna be focusing on the thigh. So from the knee to the hip, the hamstring. The foot can stay down, Hamstring can soften, or you may be inclined to lift that leg, I don't know. You always have options. This simple movement, lengthening out the hamstring complex, this can once again reduce knee discomfort and low back discomfort. So the simple movement, you may be getting a big bang for your buck here. Good, a couple more, doing what you need to do. And release. We've got one more muscle group on this leg, and that's the calf muscle. You can slide that knee in a little bit closer to your body and find the back of the shin. The leg can take flight as well. And I love this one because our calf muscle, Achilles, and then where the fascia cups around the heel can get super tacked down because it's a muscle group that works for us most of the time. We're always walking and propelling and asking that calf muscle group to do its thing. And then don't forget just the simple movement, pulling from the heel to the knee. The calf muscle really is known as our second heart as we age. It helps us pump blood back to the system. And we're actually helping by rolling towards the knee. You can find a spot, dig right in. You can come down by the Achilles, closer to the heel. Maybe the foot wants to create a little dance. And ta-da. So the arms get a little love on that as well. I won't forget the other leg. Taking the ball, hand squeeze, a little grip strength here. Just a couple of pumps, almost like you're donating blood. Find a hand, it doesn't matter which one, and try to squeeze and compress your ball just for a few. Grip strength, we want to maintain our grip strength throughout our lifespan. It's imperative. There's actual research on lifespan, mortality, and reduced grip strength. So think about that. Continue to lift your weights, continue to grab onto things, continue to keep your body strong. And then to the other side, ta-da, look at that little trick. Ball in the hand, and feel like you are donating blood, which hopefully we will be next month. It's on the schedule. I have no idea where we'll be by May 15th, but I believe Friday, May 15th. I think it's a Friday. I think so. One Blood is scheduled to come, and we have our seasonal blood drives at Goldfield. And I've just been talking to Valerie, who works at One Blood, trying to figure out if we can social distance, if we can actually have them. They are still doing blood collections. That's the cool thing. When we think our lives are out of whack, life is still going on for others, right? Services still are happening. People still need blood. So I will keep you posted on that. And of course, you'll see it in the weekly update. Done. Rolling pin, new leg. So get yourself comfortable. And we'll start with that quadricep. Trying to cover as much surface area as possible. If you feel like you are clenching your jaw or anticipating what you would think is negative, try not to ease into it. Let your jaw go. You can back off, right? If you really have some sensitive tissue, you're not used to doing this type of work, back off a little bit. We don't want your body to be rebelling. We're going to set our body up for success to be able to receive. Good. Once again, you can speed it up and notice how that feels. I get some length. And we'll slow that down and continue on our way. The same pattern, we'll roll the leg. It's called internal rotation of the hip, and we'll expose the lateral shaft. And that rolling pin can kind of move in angles, directions, whatever kind of feels neat to you. Using your exhale will help relax you. Noticing the speed, the intensity that serves you on this side in this moment. And release. Rolling that leg out. Finding inner thigh, adductor group, and roll away. This will help if you are taking care of a groin strain, helping take pressure, tension, and tightness out of the muscle that's connected, can help reduce what you're feeling with that injury. Same with your knee. If you're taking care of any knee stuff, the muscles above and below, try to stabilize that joint. It can be overworked, so this can be just a really nice release for that knee joint to feel like it's on vacation, even just for a few moments. Speed this up, slow it down, and release. Taking the rolling pin or dowel, and you can change your grip. I've been doing palm down, but if you want to do palm up this time for a different feel, and have those back muscles assist, go ahead. So you may say, what is she doing? I'm getting the back of my thigh and giving it a nice scrub. Nice wash. Of course, without soap and water. There's lots of ways to wash. We're washing our tissues internally, but we're still washing our hands externally and daily and often for at least 20 seconds. 20 seconds is longer than you think. Notice what it feels like to add your creativity and rest. Final muscle group, the calf muscle, the Achilles, striking down the back of the shin. The leg can be lifted. You can just stay really focused on the muscle belly, or you can lengthen down by the heel and focus on the Achilles. Put those two together. And voila, done. Place that roll off to the side. We're going to take care of our chest and our arms. So if you were rounding a little bit, that's okay. We're now going to counter that, coming up onto our shins. Rising up, walking those hands on the upper back, rolling the shoulders back, and just lifting breastbone. Dropping the tail down, squeezing the elbows together. That should really feel good. Release. Now the hands are going to walk behind us, interlacing, sprouting out. Just a couple of breaths here. And release. Coming back into a seated position, claiming a ball. We're going to be working the outer hip now, the outer hip. Hydration. Okay. Ball to the outer aspect of the left hip. You can put it anywhere you want. Anywhere you want. So it's just slowly finding its way underneath my hip. My right foot is going to bear some weight. My hand's going to prop me up, and my left knee is going to do a little butterfly action. Getting into the nooks and crannies of the hip. So for those of you who've been doing this with me for a while, you know you can always embed that ball a little bit back farther into the hip and continue. For my junkies who love sensation, I do too, you can lift your hip up and start to dance on top of the ball. Arms will strengthen with this. And let that hip drop into the ball and roll around and find spots that you're like, Your knee may want to shift, and we're just here for a breath or two. Be creative, be daring, definitely breathing. And then we'll set those hips down, release the ball, and we'll take it to the other side. So just prop underneath, almost like a little booster seat. My left foot's going to stay, and my right knee may butterfly. Yeah, good stuff. This will certainly help low back and knee. Anytime we hone in on the joint that we're working on, the joint below and the joint above, or the body part below and above also gets the reward or benefit. Okay, if you want a little more, slide it underneath, continue, or lift yourself up and slide around that ball. Pretty intense. Allow the ball to travel. And then when you find that spot, just stay and work it out. Sink and soften. Even if you don't feel like sinking and softening right now. Breathe. One or two more strolls around that area. And ta-da. We're going to move to our feet, play with our hip flexors, do a couple of more movements, and then we'll call it a day. So the only time you're going to stand is now. If you can't or shouldn't, of course you can do this part seated. It's not as intense, but now's a great time to stand up. So I really want you to massage your foot. So if you need a chair or a wall to be able to stand and balance, you're going to do that. Ball comes down, left foot on top. And that same idea is allow the foot to create motion. And then you're going to relax and let the foot, pretend this is your foot. Instead of rebelling and panicking, you're going to let the foot, the toes relax and allow the dome of the arch to receive the ball and then massage. Lots of good stuff here in the foot. So choose your favorite spot. As you continue to massage, allow your toes on the ball side to flex and extend or open and close. Beautiful. Slide the heel down. Let the heel touch the mat. Now the toes are going to try to grip the ball. Stationary. We're probably all pretty good at gripping or curling, but now see if you can counter that with a lift and a spread as well. My fingers are just showing you what maybe you can see on my toes, maybe you can't. Beautiful, our final movement, same foot, same ball. Now slide the ball underneath the heel. And then you're just gonna put a little weight or bounce on that. So I'm just shifting some weight, and it's almost like I'm pumping up an old style air pump for a basketball or a bicycle tire. I'm plumping up my heel in the base of that footprint to just get some love. We also feel a little quadricep activity, and done. Take a moment, notice the difference between your 2 feet. This foot's probably jealous. Let's get rocking and rolling. New foot, ball underneath, and start your dance. Once again, if you have to grab onto something, that is okay. Safety, technique are always our focus. Breathe. Continue this movement and motion and allow the toes to begin to move as well. Dual action. Lots of space. Lots of room to grow. All right, we'll drop the heel down. It will stay tapped to the mat. And now the toes will do their own little strength training. They'll curl and lift and spread. Curl and lift and spread. Really focus on getting space in between the webbings of the toes. Then our final movement will roll and the toes will touch down like a high heel. Heel calcaneus will be on the ball, and I'm just pumping, shifting weight into the base of the heel. Three, two, one, rest. Step off, we'll move that ball out of the way for safety. Some of us will use a strap. I want you to release your hip flexor. So if connecting your hand to your foot doesn't quite work, we'll be using the strap. Wall support or chair support, ideal. We'll loop up the strap and secure our left foot. If you can connect your own hand or foot, that's fine too. But we're all going to squeeze our knees together. And then from here, pull the knee back slightly and then create a circle on the mat, directly down. This is called flossing out the hip flexor. So keep drawing that knee back ever so slightly, pushing the hips forward. And then switching directions. It's a small circle, maybe the size of a tapas plate, dessert plate. And slowly release. Give that knee a little pump, and then carefully set it down. Other side, grabbing your strap, maybe grabbing the wall, hook on to whatever you can, and then from here, our knees come together. Then we'll draw the left knee back and then start that circular pattern. This may take a little focus and concentration, which is a lovely thing. Retracing other direction, circle the size of a tapas plate. And we'll release, shake out that knee, place the foot down. We're gonna do 2 last movements. We're gonna bring this roll with it to a close. feet can come out a little bit wider. I'm just going to pivot. I'm on the ball of my foot now. So this is also a foot exercise. And my hip is starting to turn. I'm going to be mindful of my space. Drawing the spine, the crown of my head skyward, and bringing out the thoracic or the midsection of the spine. It doesn't have to be vigorous. You just have to be tall and methodical. Beautiful. A couple of more twists. You want to intensify, your gaze can stay straight ahead, taking the cervical swing out of it. Also may keep you from getting dizzy, which is not a bad thing. I just don't want you to get dizzy to the point where you don't feel well. Trying a couple more and rest. Our final movement, we're just going to shake everything. Shake everything. So remember, I can't see you. You can see me, no worries. I'm going to try to shake every body part for only 20 seconds. And then we're going to stop and feel the glitter, the energy, the light. All right, when you're ready, here we go. Here we go. So start to shake and let go of everything. Once you've got this going, clock has started, and here we go for 20 seconds. Shaking foot, toes, hips, arms, jaw, tongue. Bounce those elbows. Shake it on out. Keep shaking, shaking, shaking skin and muscle. Get about 5 more seconds. Let it go. Shake it off. Shake, shake, shake. 3, 2, 1. And notice. You did that, right? You took time out of your day to breathe, roll, and show up. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great day. If I can help you in any way, let me know. I did release classes for next week. Take a peek. And thank you. If you're going to be joining 9 a.m., it's gentle yoga. I'm just going to end the meeting so I can save this. And you will see the links on the weekly update to be able to review some of the classes we have done this week. Thank you so much, guys. Happy Friday. Take care. Bye-bye. Oops.